Wow, Terrence. How did you get your hands on Radiant Silvergun, one of the most expensive video games ever made? Well, it's downloaded from the Xbox store. It was on sale for $7, so here's their math kits. Would you rather pay $7.50 for a long-term rental of one of the most highly regarded video games of all time? Or do you want to go on the internet and get yourself a copy of a Sega Saturn for maybe about $100 and then buy a copy of this game for several thousand? Actually, I think it only costs $500 or $600. I mean, who can tell? The arcade board might be less expensive than this game is on the Saturn. And by the way, I hope you speak Japanese because the game's only available in Japanese. Look, this game's been on my must playlist for about 25 years, I think it's fair to say at this point. This game came out in the late 90s, didn't it? Yeah, 99. So yeah, I've been reading about this game since I was on Usenet back in 2000. So, yeah, I mean, this was back in the day where people were like, hey, you might want to get a Sega Saturn. They have some really good Japanese games. Although I want to say this was a game that came out at the tail end of the Saturn's life. Right around the tail end of the Saturn's life. So basically the only people who were buying Saturn games back then were people who had their hands on, the ability to play the Japanese games. Because why would you have a Sega Saturn if you're like me and you only played the English language games? What were you playing back then? Burning Rangers? Defaults. This game's a bit complicated. So we'll go over the details later. This is basically just a research stream. I want to see how this game sounds, and then I'm going to do some actual testing with the training mode, and then we're going to play the actual game once I establish the basics. This game, remember, this game was made for a Saturn, so first of all, it was made for the arcade. But what they do here is that they seem to sort of emulate the Saturn's control scheme, as I recall, because this is a game where I believe in the arcade you had to press multiple buttons to get attacks, like the homing plasma on the top left-hand corner, or the radiant sword at the top of the screen. You had to press like multiple buttons to get that to come out. Well, on the Xbox 360 here, well, actually I'm playing on the Xbox One, this game was converted to the Xbox 360. It was ported to that. Digital only, of course. But this allows me to set up a different button for every weapon, which is fantastic. The problem is I don't know how to play the game yet. I played the practice mode for about 20 minutes. It seems really interesting, but I'm curious because the game gives you so many different weapons to play with. But I'm very curious how this is going to hold up upon a marathon playing session. I'm going to give this game about an hour a bit later. But it's kind of hot here in DC this time of year. In fact, it's going to be the hottest day of the year, if I'm not mistaken. So I have to turn this off and bust out the mini consoles in a second. We'll play the arcade mode. And then what I'll do is we'll do the training mode here to see how everything runs. Or at least just kind of explain the basics. Turn on some of the sound. This soundtrack for this game is by the Sakamoto Hitoshi. Unfortunately, this is not one of his better soundtracks, if I'm being brutally honest here. I am a Sakamoto Hitoshi stan. This is not the soundtrack you want to hear. Although if you liked, how do I describe it? It's very regal, but it's also extremely plotting. It's like a really bad version of what he was doing on Final Fantasy Tactics, so I'm actually not a fan. Which is saying a lot, because Sakamoto Hitoshi rarely does a bad soundtrack, and I don't really like this one very much at all. It's probably my least favorite, well, out of the games I've heard, because he's done a bunch of stuff in the Genesis and the Megadrive I haven't heard yet. But I was not a fan of this game, unfortunately. Play stats. The game says I've been playing for 23 minutes. I don't buy that at all. Well, I've been setting things up. So we'll do training, and we'll establish the basics. You can only choose one stage, because I haven't played the game yet. But we'll go back and play some of the earlier stages when I do a full video. This is just a test. I do think it's cute that this ship that we're using looks like a controller. See, it looks like a game controller. more weirdly is that it looks kind of like a Xbox 360 controller, which preceded the Sega Saturn by, which came out after the Sega Saturn. But we'll talk about that later. Sega was working with Microsoft back in the late 90s. I wonder if they knew what was up. But this was a treasure game for arcades. Okay, basics. On the right side of the screen, you can see my weapons. The A button is for a forward fire cannon. B button is for a homing beam. RB is for a V gun that shoots out in like a 60-degree angle in either direction. So we'll stick with the basics, though. So let's start with the A and the B button. That's the A button. So that's the regular forward fire laser. Press the B button. That's the homing laser. We're going to try RB. That's for the V cannon. I think it's called a spread. Check out the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. It says Vulcan homing spread. So, Vulcan is for the forward fire laser, the A button weapon. Homing is the B button weapon I was using earlier. Spread is that V cannon I was just talking about. So, what else do I have? I have the X button for a radiant sword, excuse me. Where is this explained? I thought it was. Yeah, the X button is apparently like the Berserker crosshair attack. No, like in Panzer Dragoon, you hold the button down, and then all the enemies are targeted, then you release the button, and then it destroys all the enemies that are on the screen that you've targeted. So it's like a lock-on gun. That's the X button. We'll try that in a second. And the Y button is for firing backwards. Like that. And the X button is coming up. Release. I'm just holding the button down. Okay. Okay, so I'm just holding the button down. I really do prefer this gun, but it doesn't fire directly forward. Okay, what are my other guns? I got the LB button I haven't used yet, and the right trigger is for my radiant sword. So I'm holding down LB. I don't know what this thing does. Oh. This looks interesting. Left bumper. So I'm holding down LB. It looks like a lightning gun. Yeah, LB looks like a lightning gun. Because I was holding it down and lightning was coming out of my weapon. I'm not quite sure how that worked. Homing plasma. As opposed to the other kind of plasma. Oh, it's a different kind of homing shot. Okay, maybe that's what's going on. Okay. I have to practice that. Again, that's why I'm doing this video. It's practice. We're talking about practice. Yeah, we're fine. LB is for homing plasma. Okay, fine. I might figure that out. Yes. Yeah, we're going to try again. I want to see what the LB button does. I'm not quite sure how that gun works. Ow! Doesn't look very useful. This doesn't look very useful at all. This is the LB button? So is it only for chain attacks? It's not very fast either. Like, this ship isn't very fast either. Perhaps worth noting. I guess it's for building chains. Let's try the right trigger. Let's see what this sword do. Missed. Took a hit. Right trigger. It's probably for destroying bullets. Yeah, the sword's more for destroying bullets. Which is nice. I like that. Oh, it's self-destructed. Well, that sucked. Oh, well. Because I was supposed to blow it up before it self-destructed. You can also slow down the game speed, apparently. I mean, I guess if you want the game to be slower, we can try that. Well, let's try that. Just for funsies. Half speed. Yeah, it's a lot slower. Okay. Boy, I really wish G. Darius had this option. Video games. So we're not going to play in slow motion. Don't be absurd. But, you know, if you had an NES Advantage back in the day, that would be perfectly acceptable. Although I think the way it worked is that the game just pressed the pause button every, like, multiple times a second. Like, that was the slow motion mode in a lot of NES controllers back in the day. Yeah, just press the pause button repeatedly. I mean, how else could it possibly work? On a computer, you can do it, you know, just by slowing down the emulator. Okay, let me do a quick test. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so when does the movie show up? Determined from analysis of its composition. Maybe they should put a drop shot. And didn't I see that kid in a Giant Robo? He's all grown up. That dude on the right looks familiar too. So there's no... Well, there is an actual cutscene, but this is just... Yeah, it's supposed to be an actual animated cutscene, like in Guardian Heroes. Yeah, see? She looks like she's from Guardian Heroes, doesn't she? Late 80s anime was the vibe. I think it's fair to say. So it's supposed to be a cutscene. Where's the cutscene? Well, anyway. Again, this is a game that's been on my to-play list for decades. And I was peeping at it at an anime convention back in the mid-2000s. Didn't buy it then because I thought it was too expensive. I wasn't going to pay $100 for a Saturn game. What are you, nuts? Actually, no. I think I asked if they had it. Because that was on my list, along with Princess Crown. Oh, you saw that sword, right? Yeah, that sword does... Yeah, that sword does absorb bullets. Yeah, and you can fire behind you. So there are situations where you might have to do that. Oh, that's right, yeah, your ship has a very tiny hitbox. And, of course, you can't move very fast, so it's good that it does. It's just good that the hitbox is so small. I want to say the waves of bullets are easier to manage because the speed of the game's slower than something like G. Darius. B attitude for gains? What? I have no idea what that means. Okay, so you can use your sword to like sop up some of those bullets. And that's the hyper sword. But I don't know what you have to do to get the hyper sword. But yeah, on the far right side of the screen, you can see all the weapons we have. Like the A forward laser, the B homing laser, the RB spread cannon, which doesn't fire forward, but basically does area of effect damage. Very strong area of effect damage. So that's definitely worth it. So I think we're gonna mainly use those weapons. We'll sprinkle in some of the other weapons as needed. I don't know where the cutscene went. It's probably part of the attract mode. Okay, yeah, it's not showing up. I probably shouldn't have reset the game, but that's okay. There's a story mode and an arcade mode. I guess what I'll do for this video is do the arcade mode as part of the research, and then we'll throw in the story mode. Because what story mode does is that it throws voice acting over the action. Tell you what, we'll do story mode. First impressions and all that. We've already done training. So let's see how it plays. Won't be able to continue. Start game with data 1 experience. We'll get to that later. I will start out normal, then we'll go easy if we need to. It is a research stream.
Your かりました。そんじゃま一丁やりますか。やっぱ戦うの？やってやるぜ、親父の敵。また行っちゃったよ。艦長、出るぜ。
There's only one of us doing the actual fighting.
2521年7月13日。あれから1年が経とうとしている。
Stupid. Stupid.
我々はいやおうなしに地上へ降りなければならなくなる。この宇宙巡洋艦テトラが新型戦闘機3機を搭載しているとはいえ、今回の機関が大きな賭けであることに違いはない。正面からの戦闘はできる限り避ければ。
I got most of them. Did I get him? I think I got him. Yep, I got him. He didn't self-destruct, so I got him before he blew up. Suburbs? We're going to the suburbs. Yeah, I forgot to throw in the homing missile. Gotta press the B button for the homing missile. Careful, careful. We have to fire backwards. Got it. That crap. So I'm able to survive this. This isn't too bad. Yeah, crap. Yeah, I forgot the X button. The X button. The X button. Yeah, the X button for the sword. Whoops. That can't be good. Yeah, that can't be good. Open up, darn you. Wow, how'd I survive that? The attitude for gains. Is he firing anytime soon? Oh, there we go. I was going to say, remember the X button if he tries to shoot you with those bullets. I don't know what the chain system is. There's no manual for, like, that whole thing. Well, if I save, what happens? Yeah, if I save, where does it go? Let's pretend I have a Saturn RAM card or something. Okay, so where am I specifically? And so we'll see how we did. I'm curious where so if I start the game, does it save my experience? Wrong button. Okay, so it's saving something. It's probably just saving my score. Let me check on something. Yeah, there's a 2-page manual. Amazing. How much does the manual cost for the Saturn port? Yeah, that type of shot is erased by the sword. What kind of shot? Is it a purple shot or is it all bullets? Well, not lasers, obviously. And your score equals your experience points. Collect a certain amount to level up. To strengthen a weapon, use it to defeat lots of enemies. Yeah, destroy 3 enemies of the same color consecutively. Oh, okay. Also, for each 3 enemies of the same color you destroy, your experience bonus doubles. Can you tell the developers of this game eventually worked on Ikaruga? Which I did a video of that game on this channel. I did a video of the demo. But Ikaruga was weird because there was only one kind of weapon and there was a color changing system. It was more of a puzzle shooter. This game is a straight up shooter, but it gives you like 6 weapons to start the game. I just don't know what happens when you level up. Like, what happens when you level up the gun? Does it just get stronger? Which is fine. I'm not complaining about that. Back wide. Now we're fine. Who worked on this game? Well, Treasure did, but I don't know if these... I wonder which of these individuals actually worked on Ikaruga. Sound? Satoshi Murata? No, I thought... Okay, first of all, okay, that's probably the sound for, like, the sound effects. But where do they explain that... Yeah, where do they explain that... Ooh, Ted Woosley did the, was the director of... Director of MGS XOBLA Publishing. Ted Woosley, the guy who localized Final Fantasy IV and Final Fantasy VI here in America. That Ted Woosley. Wonder that's where he went. But again, I thought that. So didn't Sakamoto Hitoshi do the music for this game? He's probably, I figured it would be credited. But he might not be credited for the actual, you know, port. He didn't recompose any of the music. As you can tell, it sounds like a 90s sequence soundtrack. It doesn't sound like Red Book anyway. We did the story mode. So does that mean I just die? So if I continue here, it shows the experience points in all 3 of my weapon types. Okay. It just sends me back to the beginning. So it just sends me back to the beginning. So let's see if I can do the arcade mode instead. We'll go easy. Change the score needed for gaining an extra ship. No extra sips? That's bad. Time extension. So we'll go easy. Easy arcade. Let's see how we do. No voices for this one, but let's see what happens. So the homing gun isn't as strong. Should have used the sword on. I think if I use my sword on those bullets, it increases my chain. I forget how that works. What? That hurt. Okay, missed a couple. I want to get 100, but it's not going to happen if I died that one time. So we'll make it work. Got him. Yeah, I got him. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I had a 16% destruction rate last time I played. Not this level, but... Careful. What? Wrong button. It's the X button. The X button. Ah. I keep forgetting that. I'll get it next time. Okay, gotta use the back laser. I thought it was the X button. No, it's the right trigger. The right trigger. The right trigger. It doesn't work on those bullets. Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. See, I love the spread. I love the spread on this Y laser. I had it. I was right in between the two bullet sprays. But I weaved and I killed myself. Sorry, gentlemen. Ah, crap. Good thing I got 10 lives in easy mode. Maybe I should use the homing laser there. Maybe a homing spread would have worked. Careful. Wow, how to survive that. Got him. Okay. Does easy just mean how few hit points the enemies have? That might be possible. Why is this stage 3? We just started the game. What? Oh, I hit the wall. That was bad. Hit the wall. So you can weave through these bullets. You can do pretty well by just weaving through the bullets. It's a pretty forgiving hitbox on this ship. So it won't take damage unless the bullet hits you right square in the center, apparently. That crap! Might be able to hit that. Crap! That was bad. That was really bad. Yeah, homing laser, duh. Yeah, that was just dumb. I got stuck. Shouldn't have done that. That can't be good. Yeah, that can't be good. At least you can continue. So maybe in the story mode you can't continue? Maybe that's the problem. I guess in the story mode you can continue. This song's supposed to be okay. This can't be good. I'm good. Yeah, see? I survived that. Heads up. Ah, crap! Had him. I'm good. Wow. That's a feeling I rarely have in shooters. I can actually survive this. Whoops. Squeeze right through those guns. Squeeze right through those lasers. Crap. I don't think I can shoot that thing. Maybe I should just avoid it. Wow. Took the dumb hit. Again, at least I saw it coming. It's more than I can say for G. Darius. Again, I somehow survived that. Careful. When's he gonna shoot? Oh, he's got a health bar at the bottom of the screen. I can barely see that. Health bar at the bottom of the screen there. Ow! Stupid. You don't get too close. Is that thing blocking my homing lasers? Yes, blocking my homing lasers. That shield he's got in front of it is blocking the homing lasers. So I have to get around him. There we go. Yeah, that little whirly thing in front of him was blocking my homing lasers. So you have to hit him with the direct beams, probably. Didn't self-destruct. Ha! Suck it. And you can play for change if you want. Yeah, I got stuck in the corner. That was just a bad scene. That was a bad scene. Oh, avoid the white blocks. Yeah, avoid the white blocks. Good lord. Gah! Yeah, I have a limited number of credits, so there's your problem. That can't be good. And the right triggers for stopping up those bullets if you need it. Haha. Careful. Go to the homing beam. Might give me a bit more leeway here. Did I shoot off the gun? Homing beam. Careful. Can't hit him with that. Might be one other gun I'm missing, actually. Woo! He's only halfway down, by the way. Only halfway dead. Two-thirds dead, I think. No, I got him. I got him. Wow. Okay. That was legit. I dug that. Oh, never mind. He self-destructed. Ha. He was almost dead, though. Yeah, this song's a lot better. Not good. Right trigger if you need it. Can't use the. You can only use the right trigger on those pink bullets, apparently. Hope you're not colorblind. This can't be good. Yeah, wow! How did I survive that? Down he goes. Careful! Wow. Go down! Wow. And I somehow survived that. Died again, though. If you can keep that chain going at the very end there, that might be really nice, but I'm not playing for score right now. Right trigger. Yeah, I gotta use my right trigger. No other way around it. Gotta absorb those bullets. So again, you can see all the Ikaruga stuff with all the bullet absorbing and the puzzle level designs. And the weapons you don't really level up. Not dead. Dead in a second. Wow. Somehow not dead. I really shouldn't be right in front of the ship. Let's be honest. Okay, that can't be good what just happened. Oh, come on! That was lame. That was really lame. Got him. Okay, I got like 3 lives and maybe 1 more continue left. We'll go to stage 2. So that's why it's stage 3. Branching paths, just like in G. Darius. Wow. Careful. Love this Y gun. The split gun. It's technically a spread, right? I don't know what you call it. Yeah, careful. Oh! Took a hit. Don't even know where it came from, but I took a hit. Right trigger. There we go. What? Was not paying attention. Not dead yet, son. Remember, I can't use my sword on these bullets. But I'm somehow able to survive this. Ah, crap! Thought I might be able to survive that. Wow. Okay, one more. 9 more lives. Let's go. Ah. Jeez. Ouch! Bastard. Got him. Whew. Reminisce like Mary J. Blige. Okay. Guess that was just for chaining. Like we got another boss rush. Oh! We got dodge stuff. That's not fair. Oh, they got arrows. Those are nice. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? What? I don't know how I survived that, but okay. That can't be good. Wow! Somehow survived that. Okay, I took a hit somewhere. I don't remember what happened. Might have been a missile he dropped. They might have dropped a missile. Haha. Didn't I see this in River Raid? Whoops. Okay, that would suck. Okay, I'm gonna run out of lives here, so. Hope you enjoyed this. Oh, that can't be good. That can't be good. Sure, expending a lot of effort to try and bring me down. Careful! It's a nice touch, though. That wait. I don't even think I've taken away half his life yet. I don't like what he's doing. Whoa, 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 whoa! Okay, that's messed up. Yeah, this can't be good. What was that whole thing about having to dodge the scaffolding? What was that about? Whoops! What was that about? 1 life left. I'm getting points just for surviving. I'm getting 10 points for every second I'm alive, which I think is amusing. I can't get behind him. What? And it continues. You have to suck it up, kids. Why even give me the option of continuing if I have no more credits? But yeah, this thing looks legit. Pretty creative stage level design. Like love the branching paths, love juggling the weapons. I mean, Ikaruga was more streamlined to, like, again, you only had one kind of weapon, you could just flip colors, so the game was designed around that. Here you're just designing the game around a particular weapon during any encounter. But yeah, having to juggle those weapons makes this a lot more interesting. Yeah, and unlike G. Darius, I never felt as though I could never survive a confrontation. So I'll give this game a lot of credit. There are a lot of moments where I thought I'd be dead, but yeah, the very generous hitbox like that keeps you alive. Because I think the ship is like only a few pixels, like very few pixels wide, so you can really squeeze out of some tight spaces in this game. And in G. Darius, he just kind of kept throwing more projectiles at you. It got annoying. But here the missile swarms feel a lot more manageable. This is not a bullet hell. It's more of a bullet heck. And your ship's not for... Look at that. See? If your wings are basically not part of the collision box. The center of the ship is, but the wings on the side, a bullet can pass right through those. Like I said, this is very Ikaruga-like. Yeah, and little stuff like that, like ducking into the corners to avoid the lasers. Like, that seems really cool. So we'll see how it goes. But again, this isn't a game where you, like, level up your weapons to some ridiculously high level to kind of blaze through enemies, and when you die, you lose all of your power-ups and you can't survive. At least the game seems to be based on, you know, a reasonable, you know, power-ups, a reasonable gun juggling system. That's what I mean. It's like it's more of a puzzle shooter, because you're not just leveling up weapons and then you die and you can't survive. Here you always have your weapons. Though I don't know if they're getting any stronger, though. We're definitely going to play more of this. Also, I have a couple of other Xbox Live games I got to get around to playing. So we'll get around to Bonnet Commando Rearmed. I'm going to play more Guardian Heroes, actually. We'll get around to that. Shenmue 1 and 2 are here. I'm not going to like those. We got plenty of Saturn games I'm going to play later. I have a whole playlist of Sega games. But, so I got a Dreamcast game. I don't think I've ever played a Dreamcast game on this channel. No. So Shenmue is going to be the first, although it's an Xbox port of Shenmue. And what's the other game? Guardian Heroes, of course. So I got that Saturn game, this Saturn game, and there might be one other Saturn game I have. I mean, like, all the Street Fighter games I've played, most of the early ones got a Saturn port, so there is that. Yeah, I might need to make a separate... I don't have a... Well, I have Virtual Fighter 2, so there you go. We'll be playing more of this.